Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast for your AEW Rampage Grand Slam portion for September 24th, 2021. Full show review. Uh, the show, and again, thank you for joining me. If you're new to the podcast, drill, click that subscribe for more videos on the channel. And if you didn't, check out my AEW Rampage or AEW Dynamite Grand Slam portion of the review on Thursday. You can check that out on the channel. Also, if you like this video, you can click that like button as well. But the show, obviously, Dynamite Grand Slam was epic. And with Omega versus Danielson, and much more. Tonight for Rampage Grand Slam, it was good, overall good, but the thing happened again, which you know is a bit of a problem for Rampage, in the sense that they tape it after Dynamite, and for some of the matches, the level was there, the excitement was there. It just, once the Man of the Year versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager kind of started, that's when the level of the excitement kind of dimmed down. But nonetheless, so it was a good show. Um, to start off, we had CM Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs. So Punk, his first match on TV in over 7.5 years. He had a great match with Darby at All Out. This is his first televised match in that span of time against Hobbs during this feud with Team Taz. Hobbs, we know he's young when it comes to still AEW, but he's getting better and better by the time we see him. And this match really boosted Hobbs the way it should have. So, Punk, also the other thing to know of Punk is at All Out, he's wearing those big pants, and then last night for Rampage, he reverted back to his old original trunks, which is kind of strange, but I guess we'll have to get used to. I'm not sure, but still. So, Punk, he tried to chop down Hobbs to start, taking it right to him, tried to chop down the leg of Hobbs, and then getting in after the match held a crossbody by Hobbs for a near fall. Punk went for a signature Shining Wizard in the corner, followed up with a lariat by Punk, and then went for his kudos to Macho Man, the Macho Man like elbow drop from the top rope for a 2 count. Hobbs has a really good spinebuster, arguably the best currently in the business. He laid out Punk with spinebuster for near fall. Went for hit the Oklahoma Stampede, running power slam for near fall. This spot was dicey. So they were on the top rope. Punk went for a top rope hurricanrana, but Hobbs countered, and I'm not sure if Hobbs was supposed to actually powerbomb Punk or if Punk was actually supposed to counter into a hurricanrana, but they both landed awkwardly off the top rope. Um, and a weird hurricanrana by Punk, and then so Punk went for a Jujika Tommy cross arm breaker on Hobbs, transition to arm triangle. Hobbs muscled him up for a sit out powerbomb, and then the finish of the match came when Hook, who was at ringside for Hobbs, got up on the apron and tried to distract Punk, and then Punk ducked, which allowed Hobbs to collide with Hook, knocked him off top rope. Punk hit the go sleep on Hobbs for the win. Heck of a match between the two. With Ricky Starks on commentary, that match between Punk and Ricky Starks, that's going to be a heck of a match. Looking forward to between the two, but good match for Punk and solid showing by Hobbs. Then we got the Super Kliq. Adam Cole, baby, and the Young Bucks versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. Solid trios match, full of action, kind of chaotic, but it's still thinking about it. It really kind of hasn't sunk in for me that Adam Cole is in AEW. I mean, it just feels like a honeymoon period, really, that can't believe that this once in a one of a kind talent, pro wrestling talent, was let go by WWE and NXT. It's just surreal, but so glad he's in AEW. And the Super Kliq, you know, it's going to be really interesting. Assuming the trios titles come out eventually, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks could definitely be in contention um, for those titles if need be. So, getting into the match, Jungle Boy, he challenged Adam Cole to fight him. The Young Bucks were laid out, challenged him to the center ring, but Cole was walking away, and while Jungle Boy was chasing him, he walked into a super kick party by the Young Bucks, and then a triple team by the Super Kliq on Jungle Boy in the middle of the ring. Great shot. So Cole had Jungle Boy in a camel clutch like position, and the Young Bucks were running the ropes. They actually, after giving him the double kiss on the cheek, they gave stereo super kicks to Jungle Boy. So then, of course, most of the match was beat up on Jungle Boy, hot tag to Luchasaurus, and that's when it came in. Luchasaurus, he chokeslammed Adam Cole on Matt Jackson. Nice spot. And then Nick tried to go for a springboard, but Luchasaurus caught him on the top rope and delivered a top rope chokeslam for a near fall. Then a beautiful spot, Jungle Boy hit a Hurricanrana, then a German suplex followed by a diving headbutt by Christian for a near fall. Then chaos spilled on the outside with the Young Bucks, Christian Cage, and Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy, he went for a dive over the top rope on the ramp. He was met with a super kick. Then Christian hit a spear on one of the Young Bucks. Then was hit with a low blow by Matt Jackson. And then they were both hurled off the ramp. So they were taken out. So it was primarily Adam Cole and Luchasaurus in the middle of the ring. And Cole hit a Shining Wizard for a near fall. And then he hit a Panama Sunrise. And then the Young Bucks hit the BT trigger, followed with the last shot, which is they're now calling the Boom by Adam Cole for the win on Luchasaurus. Afterwards, we got a little stare down between our face to face between Adam Cole and Jungle Boy. Next week on Dynamite, Adam Cole vs. Jungle Boy in Rochester. Very interesting match set up for next week. So as I said earlier, the first two matches were very good. The crowd was into him. But then came this match and it felt like the energy kind of took it down a little. So was the Man of the Year, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page with Dan Lambert versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. Now, aside from Chris Jericho getting a song kind of sung, of course, to the ring, it just felt like it was a coming down period. I mean, part of it is, of course, how it was taped, and part of it is just this match. I mean, so because people love Jericho, Jake Hager, he's good for his role. Ethan Page has gotten better and better, and Scorpio Sky, we know, is very talented in the ring. It's just the character of the Man of the Year. It's just not there, and it's not working for people. So it was a little bit of that, and of course, the other part is it was obviously taped. So there was a good spot in the middle of the match when I mean, it was just weird timing because with the 2 hours, they had one part, which was 1 hour, and then it transitioned to the second part, which was another hour. So, in the middle of this match, it was cut off after the 1 hour, and then the second hour came on, and then come back to this match. It was kind of strange, but there was a good spot in the middle of this match where Hager walked on the ankle lock, and Jericho also walked on the walls of Jericho in the center ring. So that was a good spot. But the finish of the match came with Lambert. He pulled up the leg of Jake Hager, and Scorpio Sky rolled up Hager for the win. And then afterwards, it was kind of eh. So after they tried to go for the attack on Dan Lambert, but Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, basically the members of American Top Team, Paige Van Zandt, Kayla Harrison, Jorge Masvidal came out, and they insisted a beatdown on Hager and Jericho, which was strange. You know, we got punches by Paige Van Zandt and to Jericho, and we got the knee strike, which, you know, for those who don't know, the best moment probably of Jorge Masvidal's career was that 5-second knockout of him ending Ben Askren's undefeated streak. So there is that. It just now maybe if it was live, maybe people would gotten more into it, but it just wasn't really working. I mean, you got Jericho selling these, or first of all, selling punches by Paige Van Zandt and a knee by Jorge Masvidal, which, look, I get it, they're MMA guys, and we know they're they're stars, and for New York City and Arthur Ashe, you want to get the biggest, as much star power as you can on the card. But it just wasn't working for pro wrestlers to be selling these MMA moves during this time on Rampage. Now, maybe, again, maybe if it was on Dynamite, maybe a different story, but just wasn't working. Nonetheless, Man of the Year get the win, so at least they get a win, I suppose. So then we got the Lucha Brothers, Santana Ortiz, 8-man tag versus Private Party and the Butcher and the Blade. This also was kind of chaotic. I mean, the Hardy family office is so and so. Butcher and Blade, I love. Private Party as well, although they're still really young, they still have room to grow. But a good spot was when it was stereo moonsaults off the top rope combined with suicidas to the outside. So that was a good spot. And then Another good spot was Mark Quinn. He was thrown off the top rope or thrown onto the shoulders of Santana by Ortiz, and with a hurricanrana, he propelled Santana into Ortiz with a spear. And then, so that was a good spot, followed with a twisting moonsault to the outside on Ortiz. The finish the match came when Mark Quinn was hit with a fear factor, followed with a street sweeper for the win. Solid match. Also, it looked like Santana Ortiz, because New Yorkers, they were wearing Mets colors on their face. Just me, but excuse me. But yeah, so I mean, they would need to, and symbolism. You know, we're gonna get Santana Ortiz versus the Luch Brothers in the future, or planting seeds, if you will. So then we got Anna Jay for Penelope Ford. This was iffy, you know. Anna Jay, Ty Conti, Penelope Ford, and the Bunny are all intertwined in this story, which, I mean, look, they're all beautiful women and they're all room to grow. You know, Ty Conti is obviously the best wrestler of the four, but it's just not really working. It's just not working for Rampage or Dynamite. It's just not working, really. Um, so, Anna Jay, she ambushed Penelope Ford during their entrance. They brawled, and then in the end, Penelope Ford, because the bunny was at ringside, she tossed Ford the knuckles and brass knuckles, and she knocked out Anna Jay for the win. Afterwards, after a beat down on Anna Jay, Ty Conti came out, which I'm curious why she wasn't already out there. Because, you know, Penelope Ford, she was out there with the bunny, so I mean, but is what it is. Um, Afterwards, the Hardy family office, they formed a wall in front of the ring, and Orange Cassidy came out with Chris Statlander, and as backup, because he outnumbered the Dark Order, came out for the save for Anna Jay and Ty Conti, and scares away the Hardy family office. And still confliction between the Dark Order, because 10 Alex Reynolds and John Silvers came out, and then a little after, it was Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Cole Cabana. The three came out separately. So then Alex Reynolds offered a handshake as a truce in the middle of the ring, but Evil Uno was conflicted. So he and Stu Grayson left. And also Cole Cabana was conflicted, so there was that. Also to mention, because it was prior, um, I almost missed it, but Miro. Oh, poor Fuego del Sol. So, Fuego del Sol, he was out with the commentary, and so Sammy Guevara, who's challenging Miro for the TNT Championship next week, helping his friend. Fuego was launched. Holy shit. Launched by Miro off the stage through these bunches of tables. Man. Poor Fuego, poor Fuego. You know, just he's putting these spots against Miro, and Miro is just not much to say. Not much to say. Just poor Fuego. Afterwards, Miro walked on the game over on Sammy Guevara, and could we see a child change next week in Rochester? Perhaps. It's a little early for Miro for Sammy Guevara, but we'll see. And it was also announced that next week on Rampage, it'll be a hair versus hair match. Not Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy, but it'll be Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans. So, it'll probably be a better match than Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy, but still, um, it is what it is. So then we got to the main event: Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus Suzuki and Lance Archer. I love all four guys here, and we know Moxley is in this feud with Suzuki. Archer, you know, he's helping his fellow Suzuki goon partner out from New Japan. It's just the way he was thrusted into this, because Archer, if anybody's been misused more than Lance Archer on AEW, I don't know. I don't know. Because he's in this, he's in this, he's in this, he's in this. Now he's in this feud with Moxley and Kingston, and this match was very good, but it's just the investment and the energy wasn't really there from the crowd and Arthur Ashe because of how long they've been out there, I guess. And the story with this match, I guess, played a toll, and the energy as well. So, Archer came out and Suzuki got his full entrance. It was good to see him get his entrance in a big crowd like that in Arthur Ashe. It just, of course, the energy, it just was unfortunate. And then Moxley and Kingston, they made their entrance to the crowd. Suzuki attacked Mox before the bell, and there was chaos on the outside because the lights out match, unsanctioned. So everything goes. So Suzuki and Moxley, they were like a chair standoff between the two on the ramp. They were swinging with chairs at each other. And then what I loved also as well, so in the ring we got a chop fest between A. Kingston, New Yorker, with Suzuki. So that was a good moment. So then there was a table set up in the corner of the ring, and Suzuki shoved Kingston into this table with a big boot, took him out for a bit, and then there was some ringside attendants in the middle of the ring, or at ringside, which Archer, he took him out in his entrance. So Archer, the way he won the IWGP US title from Moxley a couple months back with the chokeslam onto the tables with the barbed wire. He chokeslammed him off the apron, but onto these ringside attendants. So, okay, spot. So then we got a strap out and or belt, and Moxley was whipped by Suzuki, brutal spot, and then during the commercial break, Moxley got his hands duct taped together by behind his back. So it was pretty much uh, torture inflicted by Archer and Suzuki. Then Kingston got back in the fold. He hit a exploder on Archer. Archer then hit a helicopter on Kingston. And then out of nowhere, now I heard it. I wish I didn't. I would probably have been more surprised. But homicide, homicide for those who know, big from TNA, ROH, etc. He came out and he attacked Suzuki and Archer. He got Moxley free from his hands, getting duct taped. There was a DT on a chair. Archer, he was down. He had his head in a trash can. And Kingston, like a crazy man, he whipped at this trash can with Archer's head inside with a candlestick repeatedly. Crazy Kingston ultimately covered Archer for the win. Heck of finish, at least they sent him home happy with the New Yorker A. Kingston getting the win with Moxley over Archer and Suzuki. Now, it felt a little short, could have been uh, a bit longer. I mean, I think if he cut if he cut the NJ Penelope Ford match plus some time from the 8-man tag. This one probably got the time it needed, but did what it needed to do, I guess. And that was how the show went off the air. So, Grand Slam is officially in the books for AEW. Dynamite was epic, very fun. Rampage was good, but obviously, with the circumstances, it could have been better, is all. But nonetheless, that's the episode for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Rampage version of Grand Slam. And of course, you can check out my review for Dynamite version of Grand Slam as well on the channel. But thank you. Again, click that subscribe as well as click that like button if you want to help out the channel. Thank you. Be safe. Peace.